Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. First off, I want to say sorry for the delay this week. I wasn't as free as I thought I would be, but I'm back now. Also, happy Valentine's Day, even if this is a day later to all of you out there. Whether with someone or just treating yourself, I hope your day is filled with good vibes. Now, let's jump into today's video. So, if you love psychological horror and narrative-driven games, there's one indie game you should know about in 2024, Mouthwashing. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about it lately, and after diving in, I can see why. Let's break down why this game is causing such a stir. Mouthwashing is a psychological horror adventure game developed by Wrong Organ and published by Critical Reflex. It's a first-person game where you step into the shoes of one of the surviving crew members aboard a freighter spaceship called the Tulpar. Now, this isn't your standard horror game, no real focus on combat. Instead, it's all about the atmosphere, the narrative, and the psychological tension. You'll explore the ship, solve puzzles, and engage in intense dialogue with the remaining crew, but it's the story and the unraveling tension that keeps you hooked. The game uses a nonlinear narrative, jumping between the past and present, giving you different perspectives of what led to the crash and what's going down in the aftermath. So, what's the plot of Mouthwashing? Well, the Tulpar crew survives a crash after their freighter is sabotaged, leaving them stranded in space. Supplies are running low and things start to get tense fast. The captain, Curly, is severely injured and unable to speak or move, and his crew blames him for the crash, suspecting foul play. With dwindling food and medical supplies, they decide to open their emergency shipment. And it's nothing but mouthwash. Yes, you heard that right, mouthwash. That's when everything goes off the rails. The game is about survival, betrayal, and the psychological toll of isolation. Mouthwashing isn't focused on combat or traditional survival mechanics. This game is all about exploring, interacting with the environment, and piecing together the story through conversations and puzzles. Think of it as more of a walking simulator, but it's all about creating tension and pushing the narrative forward. The game uses the split narrative structure to show you events before and after the crash. Before the crash, you control Captain Curly. After, you take on the role of Jimmy, the new acting captain, trying to keep things from falling apart. This shift makes the story more intense as you uncover what happened and why. The low-poly visuals give it a retro vibe, kind of like old-school PlayStation games, and it works, giving the whole experience this eerie, surreal atmosphere that builds the tension. It's unique and it sets the tone for the disturbing events that unfold. One of the biggest draws of Mouthwashing is its psychological horror. This game isn't just about creepy monsters or jump scares, it's about the mental breakdown of the characters. As isolation and dwindling supplies take their toll, the crew starts turning on each other, and the lines between what's real and what's a hallucination start to blur. The game dives deep into guilt, betrayal, and survival, especially when it comes to the complex relationship between Jimmy and Curly. The crew members' fractured personalities and personal struggles add so much depth to the story, making it more than just a typical horror experience. It's also about moral choices. The crew's actions become darker as desperation sets in, and you're left questioning if anyone is truly innocent in this survival nightmare. Mouthwashing has been critically acclaimed since its release. Critics are praising its non-linear narrative, character depth, and the way it keeps you on edge through its unsettling atmosphere. The low-poly art style has also been praised for enhancing the horror vibe and setting the perfect mood for the creepy events. However, not everyone's a fan of the puzzles and some of the combat mechanics, but most agree that they don't take away from the overall experience. It's the psychological tension that shines through, and it's left a lasting impact on players. So, if you're a fan of psychological horror and narrative-driven games, definitely check out Mouthwashing. It's got a compelling story, unforgettable characters, and a unique atmosphere that'll keep you guessing until the end. Alright, that's all for today's video. Again, sorry for the delay this week, and thanks for your patience. I made this during Valentine's Day but had to delay it again to today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new video. I'm gonna say this again to all of you out there, and I'll catch you in the next one.